old enough to remember this saying they used to tell kids: what happens at home stays at home. And I've never been comfortable with that saying, because if bad things are happening at home and a kid needs help, they should go tell somebody. But nevertheless, I do understand you shouldn't be telling, all the family business. However, when kids have to talk to DCF workers are supposed to be really asking about safety concerns and things that are happening at home that could be an issue for the child. So if DCF wants to talk to your children, you have several rights. One, you have a right to be present, even though DCF would feel more comfortable if you were in another room, so that it doesn't give the impression that you're intimidating your child as to what to say. But it's not easy having a perfect stranger come in and talk to your kids about what's happening in their house, what's happening with their lives. So one of the best things that you can do in prepping your kids to talk to DCF is tell them, just let DCF know how you're doing. And don't be afraid to tell them what you're thinking. You're not going to be in trouble. You are not in trouble. Please don't tell the kids, don't tell DCF this and don't tell DCF that. If there's something happening in your house that you don't want people to know, but it is a bad thing, go deal with it. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to, pick on anyone, but go deal with it. It doesn't make sense to tell your kids, don't tell them about when Johnny came over and beat me up. No, don't do that. And the reason why I strenuously say that is, what if something happens to your kids at school? What if something's happening to them at a friend's house or a relative's house? You want them to go and tell somebody, and someone that they know is supposed to be helping kids, and you want them to tell the truth. So we gotta teach kids a singular message. Don't try to teach them, this is when you talk, this is when you don't talk. That's just too much. We can't even keep up with those kinds of rules. So do yourself a favor, allow the kids to be themselves, tell what's going on, or, just be open about how they feel. And you might learn something about what's going on with your kids. Sometimes they don't say something because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But you know what? We as adults are supposed to be protecting them. We got to make sure that we keep their world safe, because if they can't feel safe at home, where are they going to feel safe? So don't worry about, them telling too much information. Sometimes some kids do, but you know what? Let them speak, because you don't want to condition the kids to think they shouldn't talk to social workers. They shouldn't talk to teachers. They shouldn't talk to people who could help them. All right, so keep that in mind. Yes, you might have a chatty Cathy at home who wants to tell all kinds of details, but the more they get to see how comfortable the kids are at home, how comfortable they are around you, and if they are, playful and they want to talk about, their last birthday party and all the themes for all the birthday parties they've ever had, and you're like, lady, just get to the point with my kid, but your kid wants to talk a lot about other things, let them, because that way the DCF worker can see how comfortable they are in their home, how content they are with you, how well cared for they are. So don't be afraid about conversations with your kids in DCF, and please do yourself a favor and not teach them how to hide information, because that's not good for them overall. And you want them to tell the truth, even if it is about your house, but especially if something's happening to them outside of your house. All right?